It is 1989. You are standing in a warehouse in Medellin, Colombia. The air smells like rubber and damp concrete. Your shoes are damp. You slept 3 hours last night. And in front of you, stacked from the floor to the ceiling in tight green bricks, is more cash than you have ever seen in your entire life. You don't gasp. You learned not to gasp months ago. Pablo Escobar is standing behind you. He doesn't speak. He doesn't need to. You already know what he wants. You have always known what he wants. He wants this room to not exist by morning. Every dollar counted, logged, and gone. Moved, layered, buried, or absorbed into something that looks nothing like what it actually is. That is your job. That has been your job for 2 years now, and you are very, very good at it. You didn't plan for this. You studied accounting at university in Bogota. You were precise, methodical. You liked the order of numbers, the way a balance sheet told a clean and honest story. You graduated near the top of your class. And then Colombia happened to you the way Colombia happened to a lot of people in the 1980s. The formal economy was collapsing. The government was at war with itself. And one afternoon, a man in a good suit offered you a salary that was not possible anywhere else in the country for work that he described, very calmly, as financial logistics. You said yes. You told yourself it was temporary. That was 2 years ago. Now you run a team of 11 people. You have a code name you use on the radio. You have never once written Pablo Escobar's name on a piece of paper. And tonight you are staring at what your team estimates to be somewhere around $70 million in physical cash, and you have roughly 6 hours to begin making it disappear. The first thing you do is count. Always count first. You have people for this, 2 men with counting machines who work in silence and log everything in a ledger that will be burned before sunrise. The numbers have to match. If they don't match, someone has a problem. And in this organization, having a problem is not something you recover from easily. The second thing you do is sort. Old bills, new bills, large denominations, small. Small bills are a nightmare. Small bills take up more physical space, way more, and take longer to move. You once calculated that $1 million in tens weighs close to 100 kilograms. Tonight you have $70 million. You do that math without even trying. The third thing you do is make decisions. Some of this money will be smurfed. That is the word your team uses. You dispatch runners, ordinary-looking people, students, housewives, small business owners, each one carrying just under the reporting limit into a different bank branch across 3 cities. Each deposit is unremarkable. None of them triggers an alert. But across 200 branches, over 2 weeks, those small deposits quietly absorb millions of dollars into the legitimate banking system. You have the routes memorized. You have the people trained. You have done this so many times that it feels like managing a delivery company. Some of it will go into the businesses. You oversee 19 of them right now. A cattle ranch outside Bogota, 3 restaurants in Cali, a small construction firm that wins just enough government contracts to look real, a radio equipment distributor with offices in Panama City. These are not fake companies. They have employees, invoices, tax filings. The cattle ranch actually sells cattle. You made sure of that because fake businesses get lazy and lazy businesses get found. The cartel money flows in alongside the real revenue, indistinguishable in the ledger from a distance, invisible to anyone who isn't looking very closely and knows exactly what to look for. And then there is the rest. The rest gets buried. You have 19 active burial sites across 4 departments of Colombia, each one mapped in a system that only you and 2 other people fully understand. The cash is packed into sealed barrels, waterproofed, logged against a reference number that exists only in your memory and in a single handwritten document that lives in a location you will not write down here. Each site holds between $2 and $8 million. You rotate them. You never use the same site twice in the same quarter. And you have learned, from hard experience, to bury in places where no one will accidentally dig. Not near roads, not near rivers that flood, not near farmland that changes hands. You lost 3 sites last year, 1 to flooding, 1 to a property sale you didn't know about in time, 1 because the man who knew its exact coordinates was killed in a raid and took the information with him. You do not think about that man by name anymore. You have learned not to do that either. The hardest part of this job is not the logistics. The logistics you can manage. The hardest part is the knowledge. You carry an enormous amount of information inside your head at all times. Information that multiple parties would kill to extract from you. The DEA wants it. Rival cartels want it. Certain members of the Colombian government want it. And occasionally, you are aware, certain people inside this organization want it too. Because if something ever happened to Pablo, the man who knew where the money was buried would become the most valuable and the most endangered person in South America simultaneously. You think about this sometimes at night, not with panic. Panic is a luxury you gave up a long time ago. You think about it the way you think about a weather forecast, calmly, practically. What would you do? Where would you go? How much would you need? You have set aside a small amount for yourself, not enough to be noticed, enough to run. You have never told anyone this. Tonight you will finish the count by 2 in the morning. By 4, the runners will have their assignments. By the time the sun comes up over Medellin, this warehouse will be empty. The money will be invisible, folded into bank accounts and cattle ledgers and sealed barrels in the dark ground of a country that has stopped asking too many questions. And you will drive home in a car that is not registered in your name, park 3 blocks away, and walk through your front door like a man who spent a long night doing unremarkable things. Your neighbor will wave from across the street. You will wave back. And for a moment, just a moment, standing in the ordinary morning light of your ordinary street, you will almost believe that you are still the person you were when you graduated from university. The one who liked the clean honesty of a balanced ledger. The one who thought numbers told the truth. You know better now. You are the man who made $10 billion a year invisible. And the most dangerous thing about you is that nobody, looking at you right now, would ever know it. That warehouse in Medellin still smells like rubber and damp concrete, and somewhere under the Colombian earth, there are barrels of money with your handwriting on the reference codes. No one has found them yet.